back to Cinema Corner. I'm Blake, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Josh and Alex.
And it's another month that's passed by, and we have now
Life
watched...
is fleeting.
Life is fleeting. Especially on this part of the world over here. Anyways, as I said before, this is now volume 7 or 8 or whatever it is. I'm sure it's in the title. It's in the title. But I got assigned a movie from Josh. I assigned one to Blake. Blake assigned one to me.
Himself.
Wait.
To Josh. I signed to Josh.
Josh. Yep, you to Josh.
I signed my own. I chose Dune 2, and what a great choice did I do.
Dude, honestly.
I assigned one to you, and Josh assigned one to me. Yeah, That's right.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
So am I.
Some would say
I'm sure you
the
are.
most excited.
Why is that? We'll let you go first then, if you're so excited.
Oh, I mean, I was excited to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions.
Too bad.
I love
Go ahead.
hearing
Too
my
bad.
friends talk.
It sounds like you're excited to go first.
I'm
so.
quite confident that I'm probably going to have the highest scoring one. Blake gave me a banger.
Go that
You
far.
know, this
That's what I do. That's what I do.
This one was obviously been on the list for a long time. Good excuse to finally watch it. And, of course, it was a banger. It was still a banger, even the fact that, TikTok has done its best to try to show me every bit of this movie. And sometimes I've lost that battle. I have, especially the biggest twist of this movie. I lost that battle. But that twist was still great. I mean, hey, I think it's very hard to make a flop with the cast this movie had. I mean, you have Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell. Just those three alone right there carried, as well as a bunch of the side characters were fantastic. I think the best part, though, about this was how it was kind of almost split into three stories of three different kind of just ages of dealing with love in a very goofy way when it comes to kind of like middle school, high schooler, and then young adult, and then adult. So very fun rom-com. Definitely would recommend to anybody. I think it would be very hard to find someone that doesn't like this movie because it really is almost for all ages. Overall, it's pretty clean too. I mean, yeah, it has some scenes that, it's PG-13, but definitely a clean, fun movie for everybody. So I really, really loved it. And the rating I would give it is pretty high. I realized I checked what I gave it right after. I gave it a 9 out of 10. So I very much so enjoyed the movie.
Whoa.
I very much so did. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
I've heard you to enjoy it, but 9 is crazy high. I was
it
not
was
expecting that.
Definitely one of my favorite rom-coms for sure.
I was expecting like a high 7. I was like, high 7 sounds good.
No? Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Bangers.
Yeah.
Alex.
Talking about bangers. How about the one I gave you, Ben? How was that experience? I want every detail.
Hey, I took notes. I have notes on this movie.
Oh, so you were on your phone watching it? Weird.
Wow. No.
Weird.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
As a true movie watcher and enjoyer, when it's one of these movies where I get assigned, I take down notes as the movie goes along. So I'm watching it. I see something. I open the phone, type it out, put it away.
But you missed something when you're typing.
I'm hearing it. It's fine.
Okay.
First off, lay the ground for me. What even was the movie that I gave you?
It was literally a story of an emperor, like the last emperor of China's life. It was brutal, man. It was. If it was 2 hours and 40 some minutes long, and
wow, that is a long movie.
It dragged for okay. Let me hit some of the key points. Okay, so I got assigned The Last Emperor. I think it came out in 87 or whatever.
Yes.
Looked
like it was even older.
So it starts off kind of weird. Okay, so it starts off in 1950.
Okay.
And okay, let's see. The guy who is called out as the emperor or as a emperor, so everyone is kind of in this kind of reformery jail area, and they're being talked to by the government now, and they are all labeled as traitors, and yeah, pretty much they're not the best people, and they're not in the best of relations with the current government in 1950. And then you just see them all being lined up. They're all in this cafeteria. Next thing you know, this guy just drops to the floor in front of this other guy, and he says, what did we do wrong, my emperor? And you're just like, what the fuck's going on right now? Next thing I know, the guy gets up, he goes to the bathroom, he slits his wrists, and he starts to bleed in the sink, and then like some time passes by, and then all of a sudden you cut to a flashback to when he's a little kid, like 3 years old, getting crowned emperor in 1905. So you see it says 1905, and then you just see this little kid started to be crowned emperor, because I guess the emperor, like the prior emperor, was assassinated. Then his wife died, literally.
Hey, when that happens.
She said, "You are now the emperor," and she dies. And then all of a sudden you just see a 3-year-old, be the emperor of the Forbidden City. So
Atlantis?
Well, no, not exactly. Some of the highlights here, and I
are highlights.
No.
That's a
Let me
banger.
rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
Put the highlight reel on.
All right. So obviously he's 3 years old, so he can't do much of anything. He's just running around the temple. So for a good amount of, I want to say like 10-15 minutes, you just see him just running around the temple, and just everyone else is just watching him.
It's like a training montage, sounds like.
Yeah. But
like a Rocky type feel.
Yeah.
The child actor, because this happens, it seems for two times it cuts back and forth between present day and I guess present day at that time, and then back to the past. It jumps 7 years in between each actor. So you see like the main actor, like the old guy, then you see the 3-year-old, back to the old guy, then it cuts back to him 7 years later, back to him, then 7 years later, and then it just goes to like 3 or 2 years later.
Okay.
Let me tell you, dude. The actors, of course, kid actors were rough. They were bad. They were not good. They were annoying, and you can tell that it was probably the first time ever doing it, because like the line delivery is just not there at all. Whatsoever. It's bad. I'm gonna say until like he gets up to be around 17, 18 is when like it becomes less and less worse. But okay, here we go. You see he's getting bathed as a 3-year-old. He's just butt ass naked there. Butt ass naked.
Boy, do I have something for you.
Okay.
Butt ass naked.
Just the butt though. Just the
butt? No.
Oh.
You see his everything. Yeah. You see his little shrimp too.
There's a trend this week.
Yeah, and then there's a woman. I guess they called her like the wet nurse. She literally had her titty out all the time. It was so weird. It would just cut to her, and he just keep going back. And the worst part is that she was still around until he was like 10 or something, 10 or 12 years old. And like there's literally a scene where he meets his younger brother for the first time. They're running around. Then at the end of them playing around, they go to eat, and then like all of a sudden it pans to like the little kid emperor. He gets up, he walks to the wet nurse, and he just starts to suck on it. I'm just like, what is going on right now? It's
king
just
right there.
Yeah.
Say emperor.
Let's see. His mom, who she pretty much offs herself off of opium. Yeah. I guess. And then like time passes by. He's no longer. He has to relinquish his power. Like he's still emperor, but he's only emperor of like the Forbidden City. China itself became a republic, so he's not really, an emperor to everyone. He's just an emperor to the people in that little city. He's not allowed to leave. And he didn't leave until he was like 20 or something. And by then he didn't want to leave, and he was forced to leave because Japan told him he needed to get the fuck out. Yeah, man, it's just weird. I mean, he has two wives at some point. Like he's under the covers. He just like I dead ass. I felt like 2 straight minutes of just like moaning, and they're just under the covers, and you're just like, what am I watching right now?
So he's
Next thing I like, the only thing that breaks it up is that these guys set a fire to like their to their vault, and then all of a sudden like and then time passes by again. But it was just a constant back and forth. It was literally his life, and it felt like forever. It felt like a 3.5 hour movie, not 2 hours and 40 minutes. I mean, at some point he chucks a mouse at a door when he's not allowed out.
Hell yeah.
Sounds
He's
comedic.
at the age of like 17. He needs glasses, but like the people that are in his court are old fashioned and they don't believe in the emperor having to need glasses. Shows signs of weakness, but then there's like a tutor who's like British and he teaches him English and all of the Western customs, and then he knows what's going on in that city. Everyone around him is just using him and his power to steal under his nose because obviously he's a kid, he doesn't know any better. So everyone around him is getting rich and being fed all the time. They're pretty much abusing it, and that's why he's still emperor of the Forbidden City, but they're using him pretty much. Yeah, it just keeps cutting back and forth. He's pretty much in jail. He's just confessing like everything that's gone in his life. It's just it's wild. It finally ends with him jumping 20 years after what present day was. So I guess it'd be like 1960 something. He goes back as a tourist. And the movie ends. So
Really?
yeah.
So he made it long enough to see JFK die.
Probably.
That's
yeah.
good for him. Good for him.
Some of us weren't lucky enough to see that.
Yeah. So if you really think about it, the movie spanned from the beginning. I guess it'd be 1905 to like 1966 or 67 or some shit like that. So yeah, it's
good.
No, it was not. It was for a good portion. It felt like I was at least like, this is okay, it's bearable. But then there's a portion in the middle where it just drags on and on and on and on, and I'm just like, bro, can we get to something important? Because it's just a bunch of like political things that are going on. I'm just like, I do not give a fuck. Nothing's happening. Let me just end this movie. I checked multiple times. 40 minutes remaining. Hour remaining. I'm just like, bro, how? Yeah, this movie was rough. I'll give it like a 4.4.
That's good.
4. Number. That's a
big number. Big number.
That
just felt right to me.
What can I say except you're welcome?
No. That was rough, dude. I don't appreciate that.
That's an Oscar winner. In the top 100, baby. IMDb.
No. Just no.
Anyways, Blake,
What's up?
how about you lighten up this mood and tell us how much you liked your movie?
Oh, I'll lighten this thing up. Almost like the director should be lit on fire for this film. Illegal is the word that comes to mind when I think of this movie. I turned it off the first time, roughly 10 minutes in, as there was a scene, 10 to 15 seconds long, of a baby girl, 3 months old, we'll say, completely naked from her chest down. For 10 to 15 seconds, you're staring at that. And I was like, a lot of people need to be in jail, including me for watching this, I think, technically. So I turned it off. I was like, I'm done for. This is it.
I guess we're in the same boat because I saw a 3-year-old shrimp there.
So I was like,
Ladies and gentlemen.
and then the next day I was like, I guess I'm gonna finish this movie. So skip ahead from where we left off a couple seconds, you know. And then boy, from there it just did not get any better. The movie is terrible. Don't really understand what the whole point of it was. To be honest with you, they're on a spaceship. It kind of skips back in time a little bit to give you a little bit of an idea of why everyone else is dead on the spaceship, because they're all prisoners. Yeah, something about radiation. Don't really know what exactly. Just one doctor, real horny, had to see her fuck a chair for a little bit. Was not a fan of that. She put a condom on it though, if that makes anybody feel better. She used protection for it. Saw a guy try to rape a girl, and then Robert Pattinson beat him to death. So there was that. Well, actually, no, he beat him close to death, and then the girl finally got free, and then she finished the job. Nice little stab to the eye, classic. Yeah, there's also the little girl grows up. Robert Pattinson is her father. She's like laying in bed with him, and he wakes up and he's like, "Get out of here! Like, why are you laying in my bed right now? You're like 13." She goes to her other, and then she goes down and checks, and she's about to have her period because she goes down there, and then her hands come up with blood. And I'm like, cool. Don't really know why I need to see any of this right now. And then let's see. Another girl kills another girl with a shovel because she wants to go out on a spaceship. She doesn't know how to use the spaceship, so then she flies too close to radiation, and her head explodes. So that was kind of weird. That was that Mia Goth actress, who I think she is purposely not trying to become an actress, and I respect it because she's just picking the worst roles ever and just terrible. And I think she's really just doing her best to not be in Hollywood, and I respect it because she's never been good in anything in her life. Kind of like a Gal Gadot type person, you know what I mean? So yeah, this movie was terrible. Don't really know the point. The end of it, him and the girl get in a spaceship and go fly close to radiation. The director needs to be in jail. That's kind of the moral story. A24, so they forced a lot of weird sexual scenes that I did not need to see and did not drive the story, but I can't fault them for that because there really was no story. Andre 3000 is in this movie.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Like, honestly, I didn't know anything about the movie before I even...
Yeah, your whole thing of, it has good reviews, that's false. Look it up anywhere else. I don't think if it has above a 5 anywhere. And you look up any content creator talk about the film, they're all like, hey, this is a really messed up movie, and why did they film that beginning 10 minutes scene? That's illegal. So, yep, maybe do a little more research before we start lying about stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't do enough research.
Movies.
Yeah.
Well, I guess...
Yeah, so at the end of the day, the rating I would give
You and me
this...
are in the same boat, so...
Oh, no, different boats. I'm going to give it like a 2.8, as I quite literally felt like I should turn myself in after watching this movie. And I would really prefer the director of this, that woman, never gets a job again. Go straight to jail. Do not pass go on your way there. And Bob Pattinson needs to make better life choices.
I think he did after that.
It was only like 2019, so it's recent enough that we need to read that script and say, you know what? I did Twilight. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Well,
good thing he has the Batman.
No, he doesn't. That's not happening.
Well, no, he had the Batman. He was in the Batman. It was a great film.
Had one.
I'd say Josh definitely had the best film.
That's all I do is drop bangers. All I do.
Hey, this one was I was on a shriek. And then I purposely killed it by just... I liked the title of the movie, and I saw that it was somehow in a top 250 list. So, gave it to you.
Well, Josh, let's see how your heat check does. You can go first for assigning a movie.
Okay, so, well, Blake, I have you. And, hey, no, I'm doing something that I normally don't like to do. And what I don't like to do is I don't like to give other people movies that are within my top 5.
Oh, yeah, I already said I knew this was what you were going to sign.
This is coming. The day
I
is
already
coming.
knew.
The day has arrived.
I knew
We're
this
gonna
was
see
happening.
it. You've met it. You're getting Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, no, I've already said that. I know 100% that's what Josh is going to get me.
Also because I'm pretty sure it is still on Max. So, should be.
Hopefully. Yeah, no, I knew that was coming.
It was last week.
Been waiting on that one.
Yeah.
If this was baseball, I was waiting on that changeup. That thing is 500 yards gone. Alex, you put me in a tough spot, you know? Because you
I'm
have
being
only
completely-
assigned me trash. Okay, that's all you've given me. Even when you're not trying to give me trash, you give me even worse trash.
I don't
You know what I mean?
I didn't mean to. I promise you.
Yeah, but
I
like
didn't know that
Violent
happened.
Night was terrible.
Okay,
This
okay, it was at least
terrible.
entertaining. It was at least entertaining a tiny
No.
bit, wasn't it?
No,
Come
No.
on. I'm saying.
no, it
okay.
was not.
Fine, I'll take the L for Violent Night. I didn't know about High Life. I apologize for that one. Okay.
So like you put me in a rough spot because I want this series to be actually giving people movies that we think they should see.
Mhm.
But when you give me so much trash, it's like I'm supposed to give him a good movie. Like how, I can't. I'm too petty to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm.
Well,
in a
it's okay
predicament.
because I'm petty because he gave me The Last Emperor, so it's okay. I'm just gonna return the favor to John.
So
Well, hey, mine was in a top 250 list.
what
guys.
I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna be nice and use the series for what it was created on.
Be a bigger man,
Okay.
Alex.
So what I'm gonna do is we obviously have just watched Dune and Dune 2, which has Josh Brolin and Javier Bardem. So we're gonna go back to the movie where those two first met.
No Country
with
for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men.
I already saw it.
Really?
Well, okay. Guess you're getting something else then. Darn, didn't have a good backup plan. Shucks, that is rough.
Taken it.
American History X.
Oh, heard that.
It's a movie you're gonna watch.
It's iconic. That's all I know.
Okay.
Won't
welcome.
Bob be? Look at that. He gave you 2 good back-to-back movies. Be like him, Alex. Be like him. Suggest a good movie.
You gave me that one, and I had to see not only a 3-year-old's ass, but also his dick and his balls. So let me not. No, let's not.
It's the
Do
Last
that.
Emperor. You don't know how good he was.
So I
Now
think it's
you
just
know.
fitting. I think it's just fitting that you just gave him Blade Runner 2049,
I did.
and one of your favorite actors of all time is in that movie, being Jared Leto. So I'm gonna give you one,
Okay.
and that would be, and it's on Netflix. It's called The Outsider. Came out in 2018, and it stars
Outsider.
Jared Leto.
That'd be ironic. I think that's on my list. Then I realized he's in it, and then I didn't watch it.
I don't know if it is, buddy. I don't know if it
Pretty
is.
sure it is.
Let me just say, don't look at the Rotten Tomatoes score because it's on.
Oh, I won't. How bad? Oh, there's a TV series. That's what it is. The Outsider movie.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on Netflix, so you're all good. You got it on streaming.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
made sure.
God, Alex.
I made sure that it was on a streaming service that you
just
can watch.
What
No.
page?
I plan on from this point forward not to give you garbage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do my best research where I'm not giving you in trouble to go to jail, and I'm not gonna give you any more Jared Leto garbage. So this was just me having to just throw it out there and just be like, all right, I'm done.
Pretty good.
Cool.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
good.
That's
Cool.
crazy.
All right, well, that's going to conclude this video. As always, we really got to expand our cinema horizon and check back in about a month or two when we talk about these ones. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.